Superheroes are cool. It's a statement no one can deny. But what is surprising is the lack of superhero video games. I've scoured the PlayStation library and found 6 games that actually make you feel like a superhero, and aren't just licensed slop. Alright, so first up is Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is a game that at first glance is the definition of mid. It has a seemingly shallow story and gameplay. Unlike most of the big budget games, it actually did something unique. The gameplay involves you, Star-Lord, traveling across the galaxy along with the rest of the Guardians. Simple enough, right? What gets interesting is the combat. You control Star-Lord, who deals very little damage, but you can utilize the other Guardians' abilities to exploit the weaknesses of the enemy to do ridiculous damage. For example, you can use Groot's ability to grab enemies in place with his roots. Another selling point of this game is its surprisingly gripping story, and it not being a live service game that forces microtransactions down your throat at every corner. This game means something. The same thing cannot be said about many other games. Next up is LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is a childhood staple for those who have played it, and yet its simple gameplay and insane roster of characters still continue to form an amazing superhero game. This game follows the LEGO formula: beat up some enemies, solve some puzzles using specific characters, unlock new ones, and repeat. There are 300 characters in this game, ranging from the Avengers to Spider-Man, iconic villains, and even the aforementioned Guardians of the Galaxy. If you play this game, it is sure to be a blast, and if you're feeling up to it, the game even supports 2-player couch co-op, so you can play with your friends. Now to move away from licensed games, we have Infamous Second Son for number 3. This game is made by the same developers who made Ghost of Tsushima, so you know it's a banger. Infamous Second Son is a game that follows Delsin with his newly gained superpowers, fighting an oppressive agency in the city of Seattle. In this game, you can learn several unique abilities like Smoke, Neon, and Video to fight and traverse around the city completing missions. Where the game gets interesting is in its morality system, where you can make choices that either make you a hero or infamous, and whichever one you get will affect the outcome of the story. And in terms of the story, this game serves as one that is emotional, engaging, and worth the time to see. If you enjoy games like Spider-Man or Ghost of Tsushima, you're going to love this masterpiece of a game. And for number 4, we have Batman Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight is the blueprint for licensed superhero games. It set up the foundations for future games like Spider-Man to excel. Batman Arkham Knight had you playing as Batman in a massive open-world Gotham City. You can use wings and grappling hooks for smooth and fast travel, which feels oh so satisfying. The combat is fast and fluid, but you can't just press any buttons randomly. The game excels in up-and-close combat against groups of enemies, where fights rely more on rhythm rather than reactivity. Another great part of this game is its portrayal of many iconic DC characters, like Robin and Harley Quinn. The story of this game is more than competent enough to pair with the astounding gameplay to form a spectacular superhero game. For our 5th game, we have Marvel Midnight Suns. Marvel Midnight Suns is a game that allows you to take control of many Marvel superheroes in a turn-based combat. Unlike most superhero games, Marvel Midnight Suns does something different by making the game turn-based. That's what makes it so good. Instead of button-mashing combat, it uses tactical, card-based systems that rewards the understanding of the game's mechanics and system. Every move is useful, whether you are chaining attacks as Iron Man or setting up the perfect combo with Blade. It feels like a strategy game handcrafted for fans of Marvel. What really makes the game stand out is the characters. You aren't just fighting alongside these heroes, you also live and interact with them outside of battle. The game lets you build friendships, have conversations, and see a more personal side of the characters, like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel. The tone of the game mixes darker, supernatural elements with classic Marvel charm, which helps keep things fresh compared to the usual superhero formulas that plague the gaming industry. Midnight Suns isn't your typical superhero game, but that is the exact reason why it works. It's strategic, tactical, and an overall enjoyable superhero game. And finally, we have Injustice 2. Injustice 2 just gets what makes superheroes cool. The fighting is fast-paced and brutal, and every character feels different from each other. So landing combos with Batman isn't the same as going all out with Superman. It's easy to pick up and play, but there's enough depth if you want to get good and hone your skills. The story is a big part too. It doesn't use your run-of-the-mill arcade formula. It's a darker take on the DC universe where Superman has gone too far, to the point it isn't even justice anymore, it's injustice. Also, there is a gear system that lets you customize your characters, which makes each character feel more personal. To put it simply, Injustice 2 is a game with strong gameplay, a solid story, and a roster packed with beloved DC characters. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. Which of these superhero games are you playing first on the PS5? If you like this video, I think you may like my next one. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out.